Alright, ZombieGrub is ready. Dyncommon is ready, guys. First best of 5 of the night. Big Brain Bouts number 39. We have ZombieGrub going up against a Zergy. When I asked DGs, he said, yeah, sure, I'm down to play. Just don't give me a Terran. So he did not want to play TVT. I hope it's a good match, guys. One time here in the Big Brain Bouts, I'm not really in charge, I feel like, of the matchmaking, because I just could not truly find a single Zergy around this MMR. So I trusted my man Magnet, who I met in Saudi Arabia. He's an Egyptian StarCraft 2 player and caster. He said this would be a good match. I hope he's right. Let's do it, guys. Big Brain Bouts number 39, brought to you by Basilisk and a tiny bit by Roddy.
Let's get it on.
Round 1, fight!
In the top left side of Gresvan, we are looking at the main base of the lovely lady who was actually the host of the Big Brain Bouts not too many weeks ago. We also did a duo cast together once. We all love her. If you ask me, without a doubt, one of the best StarCraft 2 casters of the last 10 years. I genuinely mean it. It's our one and only ZombieGrub. Always professional, always does her homework, feels passionate about her opinions, and is not afraid to disagree with someone on a cast, and I love that. Never change, ZombieGrub. Stay who you are. In the bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of an American Zerg player that I'm really not that familiar with. He is 4,600 MMR on the ladder and is apparently up to no good at all. This is Dyncommon. This is about as aggro and cheesy of an opening as we are going to see tonight, guys. There's nothing wrong with a butt pie. We all have a butt, mate. Where's the second guess? I wonder about that too. This really is a build that doesn't make too much sense. I am familiar with 12 pool Roach Ravagers. ZombieGrub is going to get a good scout off though. Should see. No, ZG! ZG! No! We should have gone a bit. No! Okay, is this bad, guys? Is this bad? No, guys! No! Come on! Not like this, ZombieGrubby! Not like this. Oh. I'm actually very concerned now, guys. Because obviously what ZG is doing here, yeah, that's totally fine against Zerglings. And it may even be down against, fine against Banelings down the line, but it's not that great against Roaches. Hopefully the SCV is going to give her the heads up, though, that these are Roaches. Did she see that? I hope she did. We need a bunker, ZG. As long as we get a bunker, we are cooking here. Well, the Reaper is going to run into all 3 Roaches on the other side of the map. Does stay alive. Pretty important. Let's get a bunker, ZG. There is our bunker. I like it, guys. Seems that Dyncommon is just going for a bit of pressure. Not ultra all in. So I think ZG can work with this. It's going to be annoying, for sure. But I don't think it's really game ending. It's alright. Because it's obviously not the ultra aggressive double extractor mass ravager 12 pool all in. I'm gonna see ZombieGrub micro a cyclone a little bit. Maybe we'll go for a tank. I wouldn't hate single cyclone into tank. Honestly, I think one cyclone into a tank is okay. Couple of SCVs spooled. This actually all worked out very good, I think, for ZombieGrub, no? Hello, Proto. The supply depot may fall in the end, but it's just a single depot. It's not... Okay, that second depot is going to fall as well. It is indeed going to be Cyclone. It is important that we rebuild the depots. We lose in the back. Or lose in the front rather and rebuild them in the back. That's exactly what ZombieGrub is doing. We can lift the barracks. It's gonna be a weird game. Whenever you have a start like this, you already know that the initial timings are out of the window, and both players are going to play a game that I don't think they end up playing all that often. As long as ZombieGrub doesn't do something silly with her Cyclones, he should be alright. Careful, Ravager's coming in from the right. CG is paying attention. I don't hate this for the Terran. Like, why would this be bad? I think it's all quite alright. Does seem that Dyncommon is doing a decent job in trying to drone up a little bit on the other side of the map. It's taking another gas though, while still being on 2 hatcheries. We're of course not going to analyze this game like it's super top tier pro level StarCraft. This is not Maro against Serral. These builds are not going to be used by Raynor or Serral probably anytime soon. So we'll just kind of lean back and see where they take it. I like the idea of a battle cruiser here actually. With a 2 hatch opening, low queen count. I think single BC on the side of ZombieGrub has good potential. I kind of like it. I also got myself a beer already, guys. I know that well, on one hand it's a bit early. On the other hand, A, it's just a single beer. B, it's Friday. C, we've got an amazing 2 weeks of StarCraft 2 ahead of us. And D, it's ZombieGrub. And ZombieGrub would absolutely approve of me having a beer. In September. Do you get a Heineken? No, I got Hoegaarden. I basically only drink... These are like the only beers that I drink at home. Hoegaarden with white blanche, whatever. Seems that the follow-up of Dyncommon is going to be Zergling Ravager. I want to call it an all-in, but then again never really know for certain. If both Cyclones do get surrounded, it's going to be a little bit awkward. The first one gets surrounded rather quickly. The Viking is going to spot that the roaches are already here, and I guess this is an all-in. Oh, we're so heavily supply blocked though. We are heavily supply blocked on the side of Dyncommon. The triple Roach Ravager was an opening. But now he's actually pretty serious. With 22 Zerglings, 5 Ravagers, 3 Roaches. I am a little bit concerned here on the side of ZombieGrub. Because we have Infusion Core, but we have not been able to use it yet. The Viking is not going to help out. And 6 minutes in, unfortunately, ZombieGrub is forced to tap out. Did not expect the super aggressive follow-up. Hopefully, though, that is a game that ZombieGrub can learn a lot from. That the opponents he's playing tonight does not seem to be a super straight-up Zergy. So, that's good news and bad news. The bad news is that the early game is going to be a guessing game that is going to be tricky. It's going to be hard to really figure out what's happening. The good news is that I think if ZombieGrub can just stabilize on triple CC and either Stim or a strong mech army, there's a chance that maybe he's going to be the favorite there. You still believe? I still believe. A single game like that with a build like that, I don't think that really means a whole lot. Obviously, it was just hard to scout. It's okay. We live and learn. ZombieGrub says that C is ready. Altitude is a hard second map though as a ZVT player, but you missed game 1. Well, Roach 12 pool Ravager opening followed up by a Roach Ling all in. Obviously, ZombieGrub tried to play a little bit greedy in the catch-up game. We did not have a wall off. We did not have a high Hellion count. We did not have a bunker in the natural, and we already had a fusion core that didn't really come into play. It's alright. I think that's the first game to learn a lot from. Let's see what game 2 brings us.
Round 2. Fight!
Hello, and yeah, it's okay. I still believe in ZG, guys, even though I do fear that he's gonna have to deal with more weird Zerg stuff. Ay. Top right side, we are looking at the main base of an American Zerg who's apparently not capable of playing a normal opening. And I guess we're gonna go for some sort of a proxy hatch here. Taking the 1-0 lead, it's Dyncommon. Bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of our American Terran, an amazing casterino and streamer, of course. You guys may know her for her casting or her cheese and wine evenings. It's ZombieGrub. I mean, if the other things that ZG does. ZG is immediately going to see this hatchery going up in her natural. So now she knows that this is happening. This is going to be annoying. But we'll still send out a SCV to the other side of the map to see what is happening. And I think that's pretty smart. Oh, I gotta pull SCVs. Okay. Well, by the looks of it, this isn't really necessary since Dyncommon is going hatch. But obviously, we know that. ZombieGrub doesn't really know that yet. This is going to be, I guess, just a way. Oh no, ZG sent the SCV back. I'm actually a bit sad about that for her. Because the easier or the earlier you see on the other side of the map that there is a hatchery, no spawning pool, no gas, the easier it is for you at home to make the correct decisions. And now I feel like this is maybe not turning into an overreaction, but it is going to put ZombieGrub behind a little bit. It's obviously always easier said than done, there, guys. I also completely fall apart whenever there's a hatchery going up in my main or natural. I pull too many probes, build too many cannons. But the Evo chamber is going to happen as well. Seems that ZombieGrub is not too worried about the Evo chamber, so he's just going to let that finish up. The good news about this though is that if we just get a quick factory, maybe we can get a reactor now on the barracks. We get 2-4 Hellions, go to the other side of the map. I think a lot of potential to kill drones against the Zerg that is gasless. It's a funny series for me to cast, guys. Very different than obviously what we normally see. Marine is going to at least be able to... Oh, maybe the 2 Marines can get the Overlord. Hey, is there... No, it's probably going to be safe. Good job there by Dyncommon. If he would have sent it in a little bit deeper, he would have absolutely lost it. Yeah. I don't know if we forgot a depot. I don't really see it. Seems fine, but... If you say so, I believe you. I would have loved to see a reactor, though. I think a quick reactor would have been absolutely perfect. Because we can see as well that Zergling speed is going to be very, very late. And if Zergling speed is this late, obviously a couple of Hellions can have a field day on the other side of the map. The best thing Captain Buggersnot would have just been to scout. Because if your SCV scouts on the other side of the map, that it's a late pool and another hatch, you can just let that hatch finish up if you want to. It really does not matter. It's not terrifying. This hatchery is only ever scary if it's like quick Zergling speed as a follow-up and the floodgates are open. If it's ultra one base all in. If you're just expanding, that hatchery is not scary and ZombieGrub didn't have to pull SCVs. But at least this is maybe an easier way of dealing with it. Yeah, why would you not let the hatch finish? The hatchery is not scary. If the Zerg is gasless, if they want to lose 350 minerals, let it finish. Who cares? ZombieGrub does get a good scout here with her Reaper. And... we misclicked. We misclicked on the Queen. Why did we misclick, guys? I'd love to see ZG YOLO the Hellions a little bit. It does overall feel to me, guys, that this can turn into a fun series. Go for the drones there, ZG. Cryptomor is also a fine choice. We should be able to get a drone here, guys. A lair? The man has like no Zerglings at all. ZombieGrub is gonna drop down another fusion core. ZG loves the Nathanius builds. But Nate would have had 4 missile turrets already. Thank you to Jigatal Dipson for the 5 months, mate. I appreciate it. Guys, these 4 Hellions have so much potential. I'm gonna say that ZombieGrub with these 4 Hellions is going to kill 14 drones. That is my prediction. Because Dyncommon has absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. All the drones are terrified when ZG's on fire. All the drones are terrified when ZG's on fire. All the drones are terrified. It's 15 already and the Hellions are still cooking, baby. Let the lady cook. ZombieGrub roasting and toasting everything here of our greedy Zergy. Blackjack it is in the end. 21 drones go down. Hey, well, pretty sweet start now overall. Fear Dragons at 23. Price is right rules, mate. I was still in. You went over. Good news for ZG as well is that he has a bunker, a couple of Hellions at home. So we shouldn't take any damage from a follow-up Zerglings. First battlecruise is in production. It's funny that Dyncommon is actually building a Spire and a Roach one at the same time. With 33 drones, guys. Ambitious video gaming over here. Where is that Spire? Let's take a look. If the BC would use tactical jump on top of this Spire, this game is over. Nice one, ZG. What is this part of? Big Brain Bouts, mate. It's in the stream title. Opening match of the Big Brain Bouts tonight. We've got 4 best of 5s. First one is obviously for 75 buckies. That's a lot of drones. That's cute enough, but the man does not have a lot of queens. He's got only 4. I want to see ZG just jump to the other side of the map immediately right on top of the Spire. That's all I want. Okay, we do have some links running in, but we raised the depot. Let's jump. ZG. Jump, jump, jump. Please jump. Don't wait for 2, don't wait for 3, just jump! Jump! Why don't we jump? Okay. Seems that ZombieGrub is gonna play it very safe, so he will fly it to the other side of the map. So this is gonna go for a Hellion harassment backed up by a BC. That is obviously gonna give the Zerg some time to get ready. If the Zerg goes Mudas here though, BCs are very good against Mudas. Mudas absolutely suck. More drones could fall. Potentially will fall. It's 4 queens only. The Zerg has not really decided to use the Spy yet. The battlecruiser is now revealed for the Zerg. Still gonna go Mudas. Ambitious video gaming. Like 4 queens and 3 Mudas. I don't know if even that kills a battlecruiser. ZombieGrub is gonna go for another alien drive-by into the natural. How many drones will we get? I think a solid 9 here still, guys. No, the Zerglings are chasing us. But I feel 9. Sometimes I just feel... It's not going to be nice. But it's okay. We get 5. A very, very healthy BC is now going to go for the queen. Good job there with the transfuse. But Yamato doesn't give a damn about your transfuse. And obviously we still have tactical jump, guys. So ZombieGrub can always jump at home. Seems that the macro is not bad. 50 SCVs already. Queen will fall. DC's on a rampage, guys. This is where Dyncommon wishes he would have made some corruptors instead of Multas. Look at the VC, doesn't give a fuck. Oh, no, that's so early, CG. We could have stuck around there. Oh, the ZombieGrub that I know after 2 cocktails would have stuck around there a little while longer. Those 3 mutas would not take away like 100 HP from that BC, baby. ZombieGrub needed a little bit of that Dutch courage over there, but it's all good. It was still pretty successful overall, I'd say. I'm gonna get a bunch of missile turrets. Now we get to see what Dyncommon can do in 3-4 base scenarios. I'm absolutely loving the position that ZombieGrub got herself in. We've got anti-air, we've got BCs. The Zerg army is not terrifying. Like 9 mutas. Microcyclones a little Yamato. Boom, boom. Oop. That's a shame. I think it's ready for both, no? Yeah. Both of the battle cruisers are able to use Yamato. ZG producing 3 cyclones at once while going for Macfield Accelerator. For a woman who hates the cyclones, she's building a lot of them, guys. New or old cyclones, ZombieGrub is not a fan. He calls it a tin box. Or maybe that will sell. Hellions though, finding a few more drones. 7 have already gone down. You're not sure about Battle Mech? I absolutely love it here. I think it's totally fine. Against the army comp that Dyncommon is going for, only when the muta count gets crazy high, I would indeed love some Widow Mines. I think it's very smart. You've got an armory already as well, so these will always be cloaked Widow Mines. Even gonna get a second armory. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I think ZombieGrub is getting herself in a very good spot. And based on what I've learned from Dyncommon in the first 15-16 minutes of video games, I don't think he's gonna do very well against a maxed out mech player. I've been playing StarCraft 3 for 13 years and my race is supposed to be better against mech, and even I struggle with maxed out mech armies. ZombieGrub with all the lock-ons obliterates a few of the mutas. I honestly think this is an easy win for ZG. I don't want to jinx it, because obviously we don't want any 3-0s tonight. But this is starting to look like a pretty easy win for ZombieGrub. We've got Cyclones, Battle Cruisers, Widow Mine, and Thors. Against what? Roach Muta? I've been playing StarCraft for 13 years. I think that's what I said. But maybe you heard something else, Mr. Glacier Knight. I do think that if anybody would have played StarCraft 3 by now, it is me. We've got some Hellions with Blue Flame finishing up. Driving into this base. Unfortunately, they target the Queen first. The Hellion positioning hasn't really been all that hot. ZombieGrub could have done a tiny bit better with it, but that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that we can deal with all these mutas, and look at them Thors, baby. Oh. The Thors getting a couple of mighty fine hits up. The missile turret's helping out as well. The Viking is helping out. And yeah, that's a lot of that mutas, guys. Now 15 mutas have gone down. Like, the army that Dyncommon is building is just terrible against mech. There's no other way to put it. Maybe a bunch of Roaches, Ravagers, and Infestors can try to turn things around, but at this point, I think ZombieGrub is absolutely cooking. The only thing that ZG could do is build a few more SCVs. I wouldn't hate a few more SCVs. Even if we may already have like proper saturation here and here. More SCVs is good. Greed is good. Dyncommon is maxed out on 17 mutas and 33 Roaches. That's a garbage army. We have a couple of Hellions ignoring all the drones there. That's very nice of ZG. I think ZG is focused on her actual army rather than the Hellions. Good luck cleaning this up, guys, with Roach Muta. I wish Dyncommon a lot of success and bravery here. He does have 132 supply, so if it was ever going to happen, maybe it's going to happen like this, but every single Muta will just get obliterated. The Roaches are kind of doing their thing. starting to reduce the Thor count in a pretty serious manner, and the Cyclones are going to fall as well. But obviously the battle cruisers will still be here. Would it be maybe nice with 1 or 2 tanks in the background? It's okay. CG is going to kill a lot of drones, and I think more drones are about to be sent to this base. I wouldn't hate another BC here, by the way. We got the Widow Mines too. Overseer dice means that the Widow Mines will never get revealed. Oh, if only, if only, if only. But ZombieGrub is paying attention to the hold at home, and I don't mind it because this tank is doing God's work. The Widow Mines are doing God's work. And a very healthy battlecruiser is going to teleport home as well. I don't think it was really needed, but ZombieGrub holds, and with that hold, ZombieGrub ties things up. Let's go, ZG. Alright, so this is kind of what I thought was going to happen after that first game. I think if ZombieGrub stabilizes on 3 bases and a somewhat decent economy and we're still in it, I think ZG will be fine. But I think Dyncommon probably has a bit of an early game advantage where we have a lot of weird builds that can throw the Terran build orders off, and you can maybe force out some arrows from your opponent. But good start to the evening, guys. After 2 games, we are all tied up. And that's all I want. I am, however, guys, going to switch my lights because I'm a little bit... I get sleepy from these lights. They look very good, but the problem is that they don't keep me awake. So I go for the setting that I like to call read. Because it's good for reading. And as you guys know, Roddy reads a lot. Novel after novel is getting devoured in this living room. Hello, old Jimmy. Hello, Chaos. Welcome, everyone, guys. Roddy's too smart. I studied all the subjects in high school. All of them. Alright, game 3 between these two opening best of 5 tonight is going to be played on Ancient Cisteran. What a pleasure, guys, to open September with a Big Brain Bouts. And if you ask me, one hell of a Big Brain Bouts. I will let you guys in on a tiny secret. I am concerned about Stefano. We've done 39 Big Brain Bouts so far, 39 times 4 matches, and players have always shown up, they've always been here. Stefano is the kind of guy to get drunk at like 6 PM and forget about it. So I hope that doesn't happen tonight. I hope Ilias doesn't let me down. But I do think he's been the scariest guy to ever invite into the Big Brain Bouts. I hope that my friend delivers and actually shows up to play some games.
Round 3. Fight!
Top right side of Ancient. We are looking at the main base of our American caster, streamer, and all-around great human being. It is ZombieGrubby. Apparently, guys, making it happen. Now, I watch ZombieGrub stream more when he's casting or doing talk shows or memeing than when he's lathering. Does he always play mech? I feel like I've seen ZombieGrub play bio in the past. I also don't know what the bot is all about, by the way, but whatever makes ZG happy, right? Is ZG just like 24/7 mech, or does he also play some bio? I don't know the logo, mate. I'm sorry. In the bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of an American Zerg. I invited him because Magneth, our Egyptian caster, vouched for him. This is Dyncommon. A lot of things are common, but his playstyle is not very common for macro-oriented Zergies. Seems like a cheeky boy. He is apparently a slightly older individual. I asked him if he had a Twitter or an X so he could tag him. And he just said like, nah, I'm way too old for that stuff, mate. But I do still terrorize the nerds on the ladder. And I said, alright, I love it. I know that ZombieGrub is a Terran player. And has been a Terran main for a long time. But I don't know if he always plays mech. I kind of thought that he plays a bit of mech and bio. We'll see what we decide to do in Ancient. I feel like ZombieGrub should try to make me very happy and at least open up with some 3-Rex Marine. Dennis 46? Oh my! Jeez, I should address him with Sir. Hello, Benny. Benny B, guys. How are we doing, Ben? Do we still know how to hold those mice? When are you ready to play against Roddy in the Big Brain Bouts? The world wants to know. Challenge after challenge. Even the Basilisk bosses are asking me, so Roddy, are you ever going to play that bald friend of yours? And I'm like, nah, sorry, he's a bit of a coward. He doesn't want to play the big boy. When the new mouse comes in, mate, you've been waiting for a new mouse since we lived in Cologne together in 2011. Every single month, you're waiting for a new mouse to open up. Oh. Ben! I'm gonna explain this to my bosses. After touching yours, that's what I want. Really? Are you actually gonna get mine, Benny? Are you really getting my Death Header? No way. You serious? I do think the mouse is very good. That's sick. Playing with the same equipment. Alrighty, Reaper is gonna hop into the main base. ZG could try to go for a drone, but it seems that he's more... Well, just wants to make sure he scouts everything, and that is... Oh. Man, ZG is scouting roach warrens, guys. This is actually a meme in the making. In game 1, somehow we missed it by a pixel. Here in game 3, ZombieGrub checks on the left, checks on the right, does not see the roach warren. Now, it seems that we're not really going to use it, so it's not that bad, but... How ZG missed both of those roach warrens is kind of beyond me. There are 6 roaches in production. It's kind of an odd moment, obviously, to make 6 roaches. Since the Zergling speed is done as well, it's super important that we can kind of get a good idea of what's happening. But hey, 2 heli and YOLO into the main base. I like it. We'll A, spot the roaches, and B, shoot just 4 drones. I think with a bit of micro, a bit of target fire, we get 4 drones here. Let's go, ZG. Well done. Perfect scout, max value. Starting to look very good for ZombieGrub in this best of 5, I think, guys. Obviously, he got caught off guard by all the aggression and weird and cheekiness in that first game. But he's starting to do quite alright against a Zerg that's 4,700 and more on the ladder. You have a couple of links. Ooh, okay, those Hellions drove into all the roaches. Now we lose our Marine. Okay, ZombieGrub at the moment has 0 units. That could be a bit of an issue. But I think with the Banshee, just make Hellions. Hellions against the Lynx, Banshees against roaches, and we're okay. Okay, these 4 Lynx are doing a little more than what I'd like to see. He's been playing mech every game so far. I think it's going to be Mecharino all the way. We do have Widow Mines though, guys. ZombieGrub with Widow Mines from downtown. Could have switched target fire there, but it's okay. ZombieGrub wants to repair her Widow Mine, but doesn't try to do it. Is repairing the reactor though. Can we keep the doors closed? That Widow Mine shot was very good. Unfortunately, the reactor does fall, but ZG. Oh my goodness. SCVs, hold position. Drop a new reactor. Reactor right now. Boom. Ah, keep the doors closed. It's okay to keep the doors closed. Please, 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 please. Build something. Build anything. Don't let 40 links into the main base. ZombieGrub, please. You can be okay here. You can really be okay. You're about to have double Banshee. Just rewall, and you're fine. Yeah, that's okay. This is totally okay. Now look at this one Hellion, baby. There you go. This was the most important thing of this entire hold. This was absolutely... I don't know why that CC tanked 1,000 damage. That's a good call. But I was more concerned about all these links potentially running into the main base. Most important thing is just that ZombieGrub kept the doors closed. We can go triple orbital now. Fusion core once again. I don't know what's happening over here, guys, but... it is sort of a hold. Then again, Dyncommon is starting to drone up a little bit behind this. These are wild games between these two, guys. This is actually a perfect match where Dyncommon is clearly overly aggressive and is pretty good in executing some of that. But I think ZombieGrub is always going to win if she can just stabilize. But can she just stabilize? Can we micro a little bit? Not take more economic damage here. We're going to pull everything. But I think it's okay. It's just links. It is okay. It's very hard to call. I don't hate it for ZG, but obviously her build is kind of ruined. It's all over the place. Are we going to build a battle cruiser? When is that BC out? This is very good, by the way, by Dyncommon. Like, just the mass spamming of drones at the moment. 13, 14 workers at a time. That's created a pretty decent economic advantage. But nothing that 2 Banshees with Cloak can't fix. Queen count is only at 6. Bases are not connected. Don't fly into the spore though, ZG. Just go for that queen. Yeah, easy. Easy kill for ZombieGrub, guys. That is a dead queen. These Banshees have good potential. Don't forget about Cyclones and a battle cruiser going up on the other side of the map. Oh my. ZombieGrub controlling Banshees like I'm witnessing Benjamin Baker in his prime over here. queen after queen is falling. We're staying out of range from these spore crawlers. Ben is taking notes as we speak. Now all the roaches are going to get rallied to the other side of the map. And this is definitely something that we're going to have to respect. Banshee number 3 scouts it. We're trying to get a wall off. At least we have a BC soon helping out. I mean, a cloaked Banshee. Or, I mean, any Banshee, obviously. Any Banshee defensively. A couple Cyclones and a BC about to come out. I think it's okay. These Banshees are unleashing hell from above. Dyncommon is floating some serious money. Needs another base, but probably afraid that he can't keep it alive. Because he doesn't have enough anti-air. Maybe a macro hatch in the main would be solid. Oh, the battlecruiser has jumped into the main base. And if the BC finds the Spire, guys, then Dyncommon is honestly in all sorts of trouble. Because we don't have any anti-air. We've got 4 queens. ZombieGrub, you can battle some queens. You've got Banshees. You've got BCs. If ZG finds the Spire, kills the Spire, it's an easy win. Like, even these 3 queens will not win the fight against this battlecruiser. Cyclones are doing their thing. Don't tell me you lost. No! Okay. Where are the Banshees? Why are the Banshees chilling? ZG really wants to see that battlecruiser sweat. Now the Banshees are going to take out all their anger on an evolution chamber over here. Dyncommon is like, fuck. +1 melee is not good. I need +1 missile attacks. While 2 Banshees are... I love it. Okay. And meanwhile, all the roaches are going to make their way to the other side of the map. The roaches don't have speed yet. ZombieGrub is going to turn all of these roaches into cockroaches. But unlike cockroaches, they will actually die. Sure, their tank falls, but honestly, the Cyclones, the Hellions, the Banshees, that's more than enough. At least Dyncommon has made it up to a Spire. Because that Spire did not get detected by the battlecruiser or the Banshees. ZG had game-winning potential there, guys. With her Banshees and the BC. But that's okay. It's easier said than done. Obviously, she doesn't see everything. This is a match, man. I don't know what I'm looking at. These two. Dyncommon. Apparently, a perfect dance partner for the ZombieGrub. Gonna try to rebuild that Evo chamber. Turns out, guys, that +1 missile attacks did not finish up. ZG is gonna throw down a scan. Push back the creep a little bit with her Banshee. Liberator will siege up somewhere, but we don't really know where yet. That queen is dead. That queen is absolutely gonna fall, and now we have to wait for the Corruptors to show up. Corruptors are already here, actually, but Liberator is still kind of doing its thing, also allowing the Banshee to shine a little. Banshee is revealed in its hold position by the looks of it. One Banshee will fall. Corruptors this time around instead of Mutas. Roach Corruptor also not exactly a dream army comp. It is a comp. Well, without any spellcasters, it's just so hard to defeat big mech armies. And I think ZG has really picked up on the love that Dyncommon has for roaches. This is a big moment for our Zerg player, guys, because if Dyncommon does not break ZombieGrub here, and I think that's actually impossible to break ZombieGrub, that mech army is gonna grow at a terrifying pace. Ooh, Hellion drive-by into Hellbats too. All the units are out of position. ZG is cooking, guys. ZG is cooking. And oh my god, he's going to morph everything into Ravages and just send it. But it's too many tanks, man. This is way too many tanks. Cyclones. A Banshee is going to scout as well. This is not it, Dyncommon. It is not it. Stop it. Make the man stop. Someone slide in his DMs and tell him that this is not it. He says, Roddy, watch me. Whip, whip, watch me, Nene. He believed that this was it. I don't believe this is it. But he's still trying. We're battling. He did take out 1 or 2 tanks. Now he's trying to take out the Thor, but that's not going to happen. That was painful. And what's even more painful is that ZG with another Hellion drive-by is roasting and toasting a few more drones. Last game we killed over 50 drones. Already 36 workers went down this time around. ZG is absolutely cooking here, guys. He can't slide into his DMs. He probably has DMs somewhere else, right? Everybody has a Twitch account. The man was even a sub to my channel. I had no idea. So you can maybe DM him on Twitch. Unless he got the Roddy settings. Then you can't. I don't know if my man Red Dragons is here, by the way, but we're mailing out your jersey today, mate. That man won a Basilisk jersey with my name and Dutch flag on it. And it's being mailed out today. Actually, not bad mech play by ZG. No, she knows what she's doing. Honestly, ZG is doing a lot of things right. I think her SCV production is good. Her Hellion drive-bys are good. The target fire is not always there, but obviously we can't expect her to have Hellion positioning like Clem. But at home, she's safe and sound. This is a terrifying army. Like, to defeat armies like this, if they just grow a little bit bigger, you simply need spellcasters. No spellcasters, I think it's no party. Unless you can have like a crap ton of lurkers and kind of bum rush the mech player with like Ling Lurker or something, but I think this all looks very good. Hey, Grimmy with the 21 months. Thank you, mate. I will stop by your stream as well and join the September love. Let's talk about important matters. What do you think of the final Champions League group? I absolutely love our group. I really do. The only thing that I hope for is that the mayor of Rome actually allows Feyenoord fans to travel to Rome. Now that's the only thing. But I think it's a fun group. I think it's a good group to advance from. And Feyenoord against Celtic is just amazing. So I love it. Guys, ZG absolutely hates drones with a passion. Has once again killed 22. The Hellions are literally everywhere. Dyncommon is losing it. Oh, okay. That's the way to maybe take out a base. What have we got here? What? Mutas? Why do we have Mutas? Okay, guys. Mutas are here. We have 2 Liberators and a Thor. So not too much anti-air. We're going to have to repair the absolute living crap out of that missile turret. And we do. So that's good. Oh, no. Can someone tell the roaches to stop running into those 25 siege tanks? It's $60 for the winner, 15 for the loser, and the next match gets bigger, and every match gets bigger throughout the night. More roaches getting obliterated. Dyncommon is going to leave with 180 supply just because he sees mech, he sees 4 bases. That man says, I'd rather lose the game than build a spellcaster. Okay. Well, ZG is cooking. I think she's playing well. Dyncommon needs to be a little bit less stubborn and realize that sometimes roaches, lings, and mutas can't win the game. And you may need to go for something else. I don't think we quite had to leave there, but it's okay. It did, Grim. I even gave you a shout out. So ZombieGrub takes the 2-1 lead and is now 1 map away from walking away with 60 buckies and winning her first ever series in the Big Brain Bouts. Down 0-1, turning things around. Let's see what game 4 will be. As a Zerg player myself, can't win against SimCity. I mean, I don't play Zerg. I'm a good Protoss player, or at least decent, right? I would be terrible against Mecha Zerg. Like, I absolutely hate the Zerg spellcasters. They're incredibly good. It's just something that requires a lot of practice. And not everybody has the desire to put in that practice or has the time to put in those games. But yeah, if you don't get any Infestors or Vipers or Hive Tech units, you're not going to beat any mech army above like 80, 90 supply. Top 100 toss. I'm ranked quite a bit higher than that, mate. Thank you very much. I think I'm one of the finer Protoss players in Europe, if I may say so myself. I challenge Ben. This is the way. I think Roddy against Ben would be the banger of all bangers when it comes to main events in the Big Brain Bouts. We're working on it, but Ben is, just like every other week, waiting on a new mouse. Here we go, guys. Round 4, opening BBB of the night.
Round 4. Fight!
Bottom left side of Royal Blood sending out the boys, or at least one boy, multiple boys. Oh, we're looking at the main base of our American streamer, caster, and all-around legend in the StarCraft 2 scene, ZombieGrubby, flexing her butt. In the top right side, we're looking at the main base of our Zerg, who likes to be cheeky and cheesy, but he's the one who's getting cheesed here in Game 4 on Royal Blood. This is Dyncommon. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. It may work, it may not work. What I do know is that I don't think this is really needed, because I feel that ZG clearly is fine. If she can stabilize on 3 bases, you get some air units so you don't die to roaches, I think ZG is fine, but... oh. Uh-oh. Now it's just gonna get very weird, no? But, okay, at least Dyncommon this time around, guys. So the previous game on Altitude, or 2 games ago, I feel like this was a bit of a fake. This time around, it's not a fake. It honestly seems pretty real. So we have a hatchery on the other side of the map against the Terran who's building 2 barrackses. I have never seen these two builds interact with one another. I don't know. I guess it's good for the Zerg, right? Maybe? Should be. I don't think ZombieGrub knows yet. ZombieGrub doesn't know. They would be competitive, Sybil. Like, Ben against me would be very competitive. But I would also absolutely annihilate him. But it would still be very exciting and competitive. But Ben would get obliterated. 3-0. But still very fun. I'll dance my units and stuff. You guys will get hyped, I promise. Alright guys, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. This is obviously... No, CG! It's not here! ZombieGrub, what is this bunker? ZombieGrub, there's a hatchery going up on the other side of the map. This bunker needs to be not... I don't know, mate. What is... I don't know what the point is of that bunker. I just don't know what I'm looking at. CG is gonna float her barracks home, but it's gonna take a very, very, very long time before we can put anything. Guys, this is a train wreck of a game. Dyncommon is also heavily supply blocked because I guess we lost an overlord to those marines. ZombieGrub is now going to try to run her marines past spine crawlers and zerglings, and you know what? It might just work. I don't know how these marines actually managed to make it home. It's absolutely ridiculous, but they're going to make it home. And they're going to hop into this bunker. Dyncommon! The man has like 10 lings at home. He's on 15 SCVs. Zergling speed is being researched. Spine crawlers are going to knock down the depots. But if ZombieGrub can just get a couple of Hellions out, I think we should kind of be okay-ish, no? I don't know, man. This is way above my pay grade, guys. Zerglings... Oh, we're going... I don't know, actually. This looks not bad for ZombieGrub because he's not going for Hellions. He's going for a Cyclone because he's worried about the Roaches again, but it's not the Roaches this time around. It's Zerglings with Zergling speed. And that's where the Cyclone is going to suck. Are we really going to go to a decided match for our opening best of 5 over the night? It's starting to look like it. Unless Dyncommon loses every single Zergling trying to kill a bunker. This seems like a guaranteed win for Dyncommon. No, I don't think you need Banes or Ravages because it's not Hellions. Just pure Lings is perfect here. This honestly seems like it's game 5. How many depots does ZombieGrub have? The right amount of depots. But ZombieGrub is kind of dead. Unless all the Lings die to that bunker. But I think this bunker will fall eventually. There's going to be a lot of lost mining time. ZombieGrub did not need a Cyclone. The Cyclone, I guess, is good against Spine Crawlers, by the way. Okay. Maybe like this ZombieGrub can actually hold. Now ZombieGrub is not dead. I guess the plan is to... Oh my goodness. What is this? Dyncommon, mate. What are we doing? Alright, the man lost 2 spine crawlers, a queen, and every single zergling to damage a bunker for a little bit. Now it looks very good for ZombieGrub, guys. The Zerg has 13 drones. It's gonna make a couple of drones from home. He's also building nothing but hatcheries. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. This, my friends, is a proper clown fiesta. I did not think... Well, I did mention it. But I still did not think he was going to lose all of his Zerglings to a bunker. But he did. He never held that so well. I don't think it's supposed to go down like that. But obviously, if ZombieGrub does not find any economic damage, it is still going to be a tough game for her down the line. Because all of a sudden, Dyncommon is going to go up to 3 bases. We even have a lair on the way. Circling speed is done. So these Banshees, they need to put a serious dent into the economy of our Zergi. Plenty of potential for that. Cloak is 75-80% done. And we have 0 Spore Crawlers and no lair yet. So I assume that ZombieGrub will deal a lot of damage. Is it game-ending damage immediately? That I don't know. I do believe there are Lings waiting, by the way, for a surround. Spore Crawler is gonna go down. No, 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 ZombieGrub, please don't lose your Banshee. Oh, thank the Lord. There is no Banshee here, by the way, or no Queen. Whew. Banshee goes down to 5 HP right before Cloak is done. That was a little too close for comfort and very awkward. But we kept it alive. That's the most important thing. This game. This best of 5, man. This is a best of 5. Fun. One more SCV falls. Good job there by Dyncommon, realizing that that was a very low HP SCV. ZombieGrub has built a fusion core in every single game I've seen her play. Is now gonna take her natural, by the way. 7 minutes into the game. That's when you know some NA StarCraft happened. We have a spire going down there. In the back of the main base of Dyncommon. 33 drone spire. There is some potential for him to drone up for a little while, but on the other hand, this is still something you need to take very serious. It's a little bit of everything. We've got 2 Hellions, we've got 2 Cyclones, we've got 2 Banshees. The Banshees can cloak. 2 Spore Crawlers, Queen count is at 4. Like with micro, ZombieGrub can absolutely wipe the floor with the defensive units of Dyncommon here. First few drones are already going to fall. We're going to get some lock-ons, guys. The Zerg link count is low. There's a lot of potential here for ZG. And so far, that is actually working out. Hey, there are a lot of links all of a sudden. The links are going to show up the Banshees. They do not seem to care about helping out. They're kind of working on the hatchery. Now one of the Banshees is going to help out a little bit. Seems that most of the Hellions have gone down, but one Cyclone still going strong. Double cloak Banshee is still going strong. Dyncommon has 2 Zerglings on the map, 0 Zerglings on the map. 8 more links, so it's 2 Queens, that's it. Double Queen is currently the army of Dyncommon, as ZombieGrub is really committing for that hatch. Does get the hatch, can the Broodlings get the Cyclone? Nah, that's not gonna happen. It's a legendary matchup over here, Magnet. You did great, mate. This was a great suggestion. So now we have the Zerg with an 18 worker lead. But it's 2 base against 2 base. However, Midas against a Terran with 29 SCVs, no missile turrets. Very little anti-air. The tables are turned. We flipped the script. Now it's ZombieGrub who's gonna have a lack of anti-air. Good job this time around by Dyncommon with them Zerglings. Getting 2 out of 3 Hellions, barely losing anything. Very well done. How are we gonna get our game 5, guys? All I want is as many game 5s as possible tonight. Because that is always what the Big Brain Bouts obviously is all about. A couple of Mudas taking a little look into the main base. Unfortunately, it seems that they do not want to commit. And I guess that's not that unfortunate. Double Cyclone, BC, and a missile turret finishing up. Don't think it's quite the moment yet. Dyncommon should probably just try to use this little window that he's creating for himself to crank out as many workers as possible. 54 is good. You know, it's a whole lot better than 54, guys. 4 bases and 75 or 80. And if you can get there, then you can just spam units and do whatever the hell you want. The ZombieGrub, her 3rd CC, is going to be very, very late. We're 10 minutes into the game. And we're on 2 bases. Now, obviously, it's been a very wild game. It was cheese against cheese in the beginning. Every timing that we know is out of the window, and we are just playing a game that's probably fairly unknown territory for both of them. ZombieGrub does not want to lose her BC, does not just want to jump to the other side of the map. I think at this point, I think you'd be alright. I don't know if 7 Mudas win against 1 battlecruiser, guys. I guess they do, but I think it's very close, to be honest. Mudas are surprisingly weak. Mudas are surprisingly weak against VCs. VCs have too much armor. 11 roaches, 7 Mudas is currently the army of Mr. Dyncommon. We're gonna get Overlord speed. Okay. Overlord speed, what is he gonna do with that, guys? Banshees having a field day on the right side, killing a couple of roaches. Could be in a bit of trouble here though. Banshees obviously do not have the ability to shoot up, cannot fight back against the Mudas, cannot kill that Overseer either. Ay. Welcome, really excellent, sort of. Slightly different. Thank you, matey, for the 3 months. I don't know what to make of this game. But if ZombieGrub, her approach is slow and steady, wins the race, I can't really fault her for it, because I do think that's the case here. I think Dyncommon is not very good against Big Mac armies. ZombieGrub is going to try to do something about that big Zerg economy, but these Hellions do get denied. Good defense by our Zergy. The battle cruisers though, guys, they have potential. What is the amount of NTR? 5 Corruptors. Can we Yamato? If we do double Yamato, we can absolutely stick around and battle ZG. I feel like ZG is a little too afraid sometimes to lose her BCs. The corrupt count was only on 5. So if you double Yamato, you're fighting 3 corruptors with 2 battle cruisers. And I feel like if your BCs are that healthy, you don't quite need to use tactical jump yet. It's okay. Something among the lines of it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, but that's why you normally stick out. MO6U3. You don't jump because you assume. You jump because you know. The tactical jump animation is honestly pretty short, so it's not like 27 corruptors show up and uppercut your BCs down to the ground. No, you kind of see them fly in, little slow animation. You'll be fine, even if there were more. But it's okay. Maybe some nerfs. ZG probably doesn't play too many public games of StarCraft 2 like this, when it's really for competition, a proper best of 5. It's not the same feeling as ladder, I can guarantee you guys that. All these mutas get obliterated, but Dyncommon does have a buttload of roaches. Does not have a lot of NTR, but he does have 1,000,000 roaches. So we're gonna have a weird scenario where the Zerg's gonna win on the ground, but ZombieGrub, her flying units, should technically never die. It's a shame that the BCs are chilling on the left side. Like if we Yamato the Corruptors, okay, the Corruptors are actually just gonna fly into the Cyclone, so that means that there's gonna be even less anti-air. ZG is gonna have a fun time killing roaches and ravages for days. We just cannot lose our BCs to corrosive ball. That should obviously not happen. It's a lot of roaches, but the BCs should eventually clean it up. If we have some good defensive tanks. Oh, these 2 tanks, baby. These 2 tanks getting some nice hits off. Is it good enough? That I don't know. What's this? Hellions killing drones on the other side of the map. We don't hate it. So ZG will lose a lot of SCVs, but he should never lose the game here. That's just impossible. Did he lose one of the orbitals? No. I was worried there for a split second. It is a lot of SCVs falling. 30 plus at this point. More Corruptors are in production, but Dyncommon has no gas. That definitely is a minor issue. We have 3 battle cruisers, guys. All 3 of them could technically teleport to the other side of the map and have a really good old time. And ZG, I think at this point that wouldn't even be a bad call, because you know that if you do nothing, eventually the Zerg economy is probably too much to handle. If these BCs were healthy and all 3 of them jump to the other side of the map, they can win the game. Does ZombieGrub know where that spire is? Take a look. It's in the back of the main. Did ZG ever see it? No. Like if 3 BCs right now jump to the other side of the map and you kill the spire, you win the game. I know it's easier said than done. And of course you still have to worry about the roaches running into your main base and natural, but if you have a wall off here and you have 3-4 tanks on the high ground and a couple Hellions, you'll be alright. Seaberg, mate, you're always annoying. Chill. 4 Hellions with Blue Flame. I'm gonna try to make the economic deficit a little bit closer. And not the best shots, but it's okay. Dyncommon is gonna try again, guys, with a lot of roaches, not too many Corruptors. Maybe we can Yamato a little bit. The tanks of ZombieGrub will get picked up, but I think this time around ZG is gonna lose a lot less because her tank positioning was simply better. They were way better protected. And Dyncommon is still struggling to just produce the right amount of anti-air units. He's taken all the extractors now, though. So you think he's fine. Can ZombieGrub get a proper Hellion run by over here? The drone count is dwindling, guys. It's 5 extra works going down. Gonna morph the Hellions into Hellbats too. They're gonna buy some time for extra Hellions. ZombieGrub is actually Liquid Claymore.
Liquid Clam.
ZG with a double Hellion run by, buying more time for himself to get more tanks out, more BCs. And even if it's 54 supply against 130, like, we need to triple Yamato the Corruptors. Like, in a weird way, I actually believe... No, no, no! We need everything sieged, ZombieGrub! We need everything sieged! We need everything sieged, please! ZombieGrub can actually win this game, because there is not enough anti-air, but I'm afraid that he's gonna get kind of owned here. The tanks are exposed. The corruptor count is not that high, so I do think that ZombieGrub will live, but he's gonna lose a lot of her tanks. The tanks on the high ground, guys, these need to be the absolute MVPs over here. And you know what? It's actually kind of going somewhere. The battlecruisers are very low on HP, but low doesn't really change. They can have 1 HP. They will still fire. They can still put a number on those roaches and ravagers. And now ZombieGrub is only down 13 SCVs. That's a lot better than being down 30 or 40. The army of Dyncommon is not really improving. The man does not believe in Vipers, Infestation Pits, Hive Tech. Anything, really? Other than Zerglings, Roaches, Ravagers, and Corruptors. And Mutas. It's gonna make a few more drones though. That is technically the correct call. What is the Queen count? 5. Corruptor count is 2. Battlecruiser count is at 4! 4 BCs! You know, ZombieGrub can technically win this game right now. By just floating 1 building into the corner. And jumping 4 BCs to the other side of the map. ZG would win. You kill the spy, you just kill everything with 4 BCs. You start in the main, you go to the triangle, you go to the natural, you go to the 12 o'clock, and then you go end in the top left. But obviously ZombieGrub does not really know that. We do. Here is 1 BC that goes for a little adventure. At the same time, multi-pronging with the Hellions. ZombieGrub, guys. ZombieGrub is cooking. Down 70 supply, but I absolutely believe that he is winning this game. Don't just jump immediately, ZG. Just kill them, please. Just kill these 2. Don't jump out to the low HP one. Yeah, let's go. But this is good play. This is good Terran play. And even if ZG is down 60 supply, I'm starting to feel it. We do need a little bit of extra time for a few more units at home. Okay. Dyncommon has learned his lesson though, by the way, guys. And instead of showing up with 12 Corruptors, or excuse me, showing up with 3, 4, 5, or 7 Corruptors, he's actually going to show up with like 20 plus Corruptors. And that is a bit of a problem. Dyncommon has figured it out. Attacking with 3 Corruptors is not it. Attacking with 20 Corruptors is probably it. But maybe we can get the tank count high enough. Oh, there's going to be a lot of death drones. Even a single Hellion, guys, has some sweet... But come on, ZG, finish! Oh, ZG! Why? Oh, my goodness. What a tease! What a tease! Alright. Okay, now we do need to jump out immediately. See? Even against that... Wait, what? Oh! Okay. That battlecruiser, by the way, that has killed that hatchery in the top left, is actually going to kill a couple of drones here too. ZombieGrub is buying a lot of extra time for herself, even though she hasn't built an SCV in ages. We need to jump out! Jump, 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 jump! Oh, it's too late, too late, too late. No. Yeah. It's okay. Alright, at least we know. What can we do? We have 9 tanks against 32 roaches and 6 ravagers. Not too many Mr. I don't know. This is going to be very tough. Doable, but very, 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 very tough. Unfortunately, the BCs are sitting ducks here. They're going to go for a triple Yamato. But the first one goes down. The repair is good. It's very good, but it's not that good. All the battlecruisers have died. Now it comes down to the tanks and the tanks only, guys. Okay. The SCVs are going to create a bit of a wall. Oh! The hold position! The hold position by ZombieGrub isn't good enough. I'm afraid it's not going to be good enough. But it was a good effort. A 21-minute game on Royal Blood will come to an end. In the end, it is Dyncommon. After losing 61 drones, but also killing 64 SCVs, who's going to get the job done. And we are going into a deciding match. What a game. What a series. Big Brain Bout. We're off to a great start here, guys. We're off to an to a legendary start. Thank you, Magnet, for this suggestion of this Zergy. Definitely one that I will remember. Oh, and it started off with 2 Rex Proxy against Proxy Hatchery, and it turned into a 21-minute game. At one point, ZG just kind of never tried to build SCVs again. Obviously, her main base was kind of mined out, and maybe the natural was running thin, but Yeah. If you're down at like 30, it's tough. But it was fun. It's better than the GSL finals. I mean, this is a lot more fun than Maru against Ragnarok was. I don't want to say it was better than all the GSL finals, but this right here is a better TVZ than Maru versus Ragnarok. And no one is going to tell me otherwise. Was it bad? Maru Ragnarok was very bad. Very, very, very bad. Oh, that was actually one of the worst best of sevens. It had zero excitement. It was a 4-0, yeah. A 4-0 that everyone saw coming from a mile away. I really feel that Ragnarok felt it was coming too. Honestly, I think Ragnarok woke up that morning. He's like, do you guys think that I can like call in sick, you know? Where it's like high school. And you know you've got a big test coming, but you didn't study for the test. You're like, oh, Mom, my stomach really hurts. I'm pretty certain that that's what Ragnarok felt before he had to play a best of 7 against Maru. He's like, is there a way I can get out of this? But then his parents said, nope, you have to show up. And he did, and it wasn't pretty.
Final round. Fight!
Here we go, guys. Final round of our opening best of 5 tonight. We got 3 more best of 5s after this. Next up is Gerald versus DNS for 100 buckies. After that, we've got Stefano against Wannabe Beyond. That's going to be a very fun ZVT as well. 2 guys, a little bit over 6k MMR, duking it out for 125 buckies. And then last but not least, we've got the main event of the evening, Harstem versus Young Yakov. But first, we're going to see if our American caster can bring it home. He has mech'd it happen 4 games. Can he do it 5 games in a row? Will the battle cruisers and tanks and Thors be powerful enough? This is ZombieGrub. In the bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of the American Zerg that I was not familiar with. Apparently, he's 46, guys. Almost 50 and still playing StarCraft 2 at a pretty solid level. This is Dyncommon. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if somebody was teasing him, but I kind of believe it. 46. Why not? If he is 46, he's an absolute legend. Is he 55? Okay, now I know you guys are memeing. Somebody else wrote in the chat earlier that he's 46. He's late 20s. Unbelievable. So he's young. He's 34. Okay, 34 is still pretty young, to be honest, guys. I kind of feel that people that are like 34, 35, 36, they still have their entire youth ahead of them. So there's no need to call him old then. Then I got fed some fake information by Twitch chat. Can you guys believe it? Did Twitch chat lie to me? Artosis is in his 60s. Dan has to be... is Dan 40 already, guys? Or is he like 39? What is Dan? Dan has to be between like 38 and 41. He's 40? Yeah. I believe it. 29, I always know. That's me, mate. Forever 28. Alrighty. So far, normal openings, guys. Honestly, I think this is the first time in the entire best of 5 that we have a relatively normal, chill opening. Dyncommon. Actually, not building a hatchery on the other side of the map. Not taking a gas at 12 supply or a spawning pool at 14 or 12. No early roach warn yet. That's kind of standard. What are we going to do when our toast turns 42? Why is 42 special? What is special about the 42? I feel like almost no age is special other than like maybe turning 30. Turning 40 is kind of irrelevant. Then 50 is special. I kind of feel like you go 16, 18, 21, 30, 40, 50. Or 30, 50. 42 has 420. I don't think that's special, to be honest. Alright. We have a couple of Zerglings running into the natural of ZombieGrub. ZombieGrub is just checking around with her Reaper. Can we find over here? Good defense. Will ZG play some bio for us, guys? I kind of don't hate the idea of opening up a 2-base Hellion Cloak Banshee. I think that's quite fair, especially with how Dyncommon has played throughout the best of 5. Obviously, if you find yourself in game 5 and the winner gets $60, you do still want to win. 15 is nice, but 60 is a whole lot better. There are no units at all other than these queens. ZombieGrub could go for the drones here, but I think going for drones in the main is better. ZG is the absolute queen of softening up drones, but not very good at finishing them off. But this time around, it is very good. ZG killing 8 drones with just 2 Hellions and a Reaper. I mean, that's excellent. That is absolutely excellent. He's gonna go mech 5 games in a row. Sweet baby Jesus. I always thought that ZombieGrub is an honorable, skill-oriented RTS gamer. Splits, dropping, stimming, sniping. Turns out he's just playing mech every game. If I knew this, I want my money back. Who the hell goes mech 5 games in a row? This is a bit of a deja vu of that other map where we also had a bench. Royal Blood it was, right? Anyway, doesn't matter. We've got 3 more Hellions, guys, driving into the natural. The drones have healed up from before, but there are still no Zerglings. A couple of links now showing up. ZG already getting 6. He's actually playing very good in this game. I like it. Would have preferred maybe gunning down drones there, but if you get every single Hellion, that's okay as well. Look at the micro, ZG. Boom, kill the Link. Okay, doesn't matter. Now the Queen is just gonna kill them. And then Banshees at then. We have 2 Banshees with Cloak. One Banshee is gonna ignore the other Banshee. ZG, Banshees are better together. Okay. Okay. 7 Queens, guys. Spore Crawlers are there, no Overseers. A lot of energy on these Queens though, so Dyncommon should be able to transfuse to the Queens a little bit. You have a lot of energy there, my friend. Okay, turns around, gets a good shot up too. Unfortunately, the drones are bouncing between places. ZombieGrub getting more workers. A few more drones to be killed there, but maybe turns around, tries to get a cancel on the head. It is actually a fun best of 5 between these two. It is a fun best of 5. ZG is on 3 bases. Sorry for the camera movement there. I was a bit confused. I was like, wait a minute. I swear I saw a command center. What on earth happened? But we have triple orbital. We are on 50 workers. Tanks, Hellions, Banshees. ZombieGrub can actually kind of play this game like MVP played against Stefano at the Legends tournament. I think would legitimately be very good. Because Dyncommon is not going to go for spellcasters, will not go Hive, will not get Swarm Hosts with a Nidus network. So if you just kind of play like MVP, old school Terran mech, I think you should be alright. He's not going to go Nidus. I don't believe it. This man is straightforward and simple, and he knows what he wants. He wants Zerglings with speed, Roaches with double evo, couple Ravages if necessary, and then Aspire. That's what this man does. He doesn't. He has unbinded any of the keys to any of the other buildings, so he cannot possibly build them. You know how some people unbind F2? He unbound the infestation pit, the Baneling Nest, the Hive button, the I don't know, the Nidus one. You can't even click on it. He alt taps whenever he clicks on any of those images. He is allowed to get Overlord speed though. He gets that every single game. CG has done a very good job with her SCV production this time around. She's at 67. 8 Overlords when 200 supply. Maybe we go mass Roach drop. And we're gonna storm that Terran base like it's Normandy. With a lot of Dropalords and Roaches and Queens. I would like it. That'd be a play. 29 Overlords. There you go. I mean, this is not quite Normandy yet. But you can still get there. Is that actually happening? I think that's happening. That is happening, baby. We're gonna build Roaches. And we're gonna storm that Terran main like it's Normandy. Will it work? I don't know. We kind of need to bring a couple queens. To be honest, it's a pretty sick play. It's actually kind of a cool play, I'm not going to lie. But I wish that he would have brought a couple queens too. I feel like all the queens are still at home. We have 2 Thors. This really is a cool play, and I kind of think it's the only way that Dyncommon is ever going to win. ZombieGrub has a couple of units in her main, but he's moving them away. What year is this? Well, Nurcho is calling, and he says, this is my build. This is how I got the best of Showtime a couple times in my days. But Liberators are obviously going to be a big problem too. I think there are no Ravages, right? It's 53 Roaches. Dyncommon is here. He's there. He's storming the main of ZombieGrub. ZombieGrub has a couple of Hellions on the other side of the map, but they're going to fly into Queens. We need the Banshees, guys. Screaming engines. Where are you guys? No, we need these Banshees at home. We need the Banshees at home. ZombieGrub is going to lose at least one of our armories, losing a couple of tanks. Actually, we'll never lose all the tanks. If you lose all your production facilities, you're not going to be happy though. What is this? What am I looking at? Lord knows. A couple of Roaches are going to try to go for a run by, but these siege tanks have not moved. And so far, guys, the Roach invasion is not going very well. This is not what we planned. Operation Market Garden. No bueno. We have officially gone a Terran base too far. And we now need to wait for the reinforcements. Sure. Armories went down. Some production facilities went down, but probably not quite worth the 32 Roaches that Dyncommon lost. He's also still losing drones, by the way. I believe there was a Liberator sieging up on that middle line. I assume it was Lib, yeah. Chaos, guys. ZombieGrub against Dyncommon. It's the best of 5 that shall never end. I think I like it for ZombieGrub, especially if Dyncommon thinks that he can run into all these tanks. He feels that he can. And to be fair, not the entire army of ZombieGrub is here, but a lot of tanks are. There are still some Banshees helping out as well. The tank count is slowly dwindling, but the tanks from the high grounds are, and the natural obviously, are always going to keep ZombieGrub safe here. Could be some friendly fire on a couple of these SCVs, but it's really not all that bad. That was not a success for Dyncommon. Well, he's still not building anything other than Roaches and Zerglings. Has the Spire. Is not using the Spire. Has a lot of bases. Does not have a lot of drones. These Queens though? These Queens have been absolutely vibing at this hatchery. Shutting down Hellions, Banshees, Liberators. Okay, no Banshees yet, but still. Alright. So where do we go from here on out? ZombieGrub sieging up a lip in the bottom side of the map is gonna grab herself a few more drones. 35 drones have fallen. Only 13 SCVs there, by the way, guys. Despite all the crazy attempts of Roaches dropped in the main base, run-bys, whatnot. Only 13 SCVs. Oh my goodness. We're going for round 2, but it's only Zerglings. But ZombieGrub has Blue Flame, has Hellions, has Hellbats. This is not gonna go very well. Now this is honestly, guys, where you should resign from the army. And you're like, alright, that's it. I'm putting my weapons down. I am no longer fighting. I do not believe in the purpose of this war. This is not a plan. Oh my goodness. Only Cuckoo would ever go with this drop. And even Cuckoo would have second thoughts about it. But Dyncommon is gonna go for it. A lot of the drop lords are gonna get popped by all these Mr. Turrets and the Thors. A couple of Zerglings will make it out, but we have plenty of Blue Flame Hellbats. The Roaches are gonna try their luck in the triangle again, and they'll get a couple of the tanks, but they really won't get all that many. And at the same time, ZombieGrub is finding drones. ZG is gonna do it, guys. I really do think that ZombieGrub is starting to win this game. And her first ever best of 5 in the Big Brain Bouts. It may not end here, but the game is looking incredibly good for her. She's building better units, stronger units. They're more well upgraded. And Dyncommon is just kind of running out of options. Bad economy, bad tech. Nothing really he can do anymore. ZombieGrub, 5 games in a row. We saw Mac. 4 games we saw a Fusion Core. We saw BC shine. I don't know how many drones ZombieGrub killed throughout this best of 5, but it's a pretty silly amount. I think easily over 200, and he's not done yet. He wants to get a few more. He's gonna get a few more. Dyncommon is like, damn it, man. I really, really, really need something else, but I am playing a limited version of Wings of Liberty where I'm not allowed to get any spellcasters. So I will just get +1 flyer attacks. Now that is a play, my friends. That is a play. I don't think it's the play. I think all of a sudden droning up, going up to 80 plus drones, taking all your gases, and then going mass muta. Maybe. Maybe. 11 Hellions are out on the map. They're just checking. ZombieGrub just wants to see if she can get a few more drones. I kind of like the idea of the all-out muta switch. But ZombieGrub is going to get a little sneak peek here with her Hellions if she's paying attention. It's actually very good. As more drones are falling. Because now ZombieGrub can just build extra Thors, Widowmines, Cyclones. And you'll make damn sure that you won't die against the 10 mutas. Against the roaches, I don't think ZombieGrub will ever lose. I know that Le taught you guys that the supply does not lie, but I really think that this game is close to being over. I do not believe that the mutas will do it. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay, one tank did go down. Roaches are not gonna cut it. Zerglings are not gonna cut it. DG, by the way, proper annoying with her Hellion run-bys. I'd be absolutely fuming if I was playing against this. 69 drones have gone down. Can we get a nice in the chat for ZombieGrub then? Can we get a nice in the chat for ZombieGrub? Stop it now, ZG. No more. No more. Don't ruin it, ZombieGrub. No. Not nice. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, guys. Here we go. 50 supply lead for our Zerg. It does snipe the Banshee there, by the way. That's good. But I do not believe 50 supply advantage. But I believe in ZG and her mech army that it will stand strong. We've got tanks, Thors, Widowmines, and Hellbats. It's a lot of Zerg. It's more Zerg. But it will never be enough Zerg. Because these Terran units are too big, too powerful. GG gets called. And ZombieGrub wins her first ever series in the Big Brain Bouts. She walks away with $60 after defeating Dyncommon 3-2. And honestly, a banger. Like, I can't say it any other way. I'm not saying it because CG is a good friend of mine. But that right there, guys, was banging StarCraft. Congrats to ZombieGrub. She will get $60 and Dyncommon will still get 15, 1-5, not 50, but 15 for showing up and playing the games. I really think that was a fun series. I hope you guys liked it. I know a lot of you guys are spamming interview, but we can't do that, guys. I'm 24 minutes behind schedule. We've got PvP coming up. It is Gerald versus DNS. So I'm going to take a tiny break, grab myself some drinks, and after that, I'll be back. No, not at all, ZG. The people were loving it. So, let's go. Yeah, you did good too. Thanks to Tango Dyncommon. Both of the players are in the chat right now. No, it was awesome series, guys. Awesome series. Very fun. GG's. I'm going to go ahead and take a little break. After that, I'll be back with PvP. First day of the month of September. Oh my goodness. It's back, guys. It's back. Everybody gets a discount. Woohoo.